Welcome to a new installment, Thrash Heavy Rhythm. Got a special riff for you. Okay, I'm breaking the riff down, and bear in mind this guitar is tuned a step and a half below E. So A power chord there, A5, and only do the first two fingers, because you can do the full power chord if you want to, but I find it a lot easier to move faster for the purpose of this particular riff, the way it's laid out. So excuse me, A, G, and then after that slide down. I'll just get round here. Use the slash chord in the F sharp space there. Instead of that chord, instead of the F sharp 5 chord, the conventional way, you instead add this note here. We have that sound, and of course pedaling off on the low E chord. So in its entirety, I hope you can all see this. You can use whatever fingers there to hold the chords with. So it's and then the second time round, okay, so in between the chords the riff looks like this. I shall play it nice and slowly for you, and then you soon be able to pick up the gist of it. I'll play a couple of repetitions of it. You'll be able to see where the pedal points all connect. And most of it is pedalled on the root note of the A chord. So the riff's like this. So another way to explain the riff is kind of like more accented on the chords. That you see after, now where the pedal point is a much higher than the usual open E thing, where it's up here now, where it's up here, the accenting is more on these chords here. And etc, etc. I didn't get the exact accent in there, but that's just a bit of an example of what I'm trying to explain here. So okay, the riff again, nice and slowly. I might have got that wrong there, but anyway, it's like there is an accent on the first chord as well, but it's not quite as emphasized as the ones on here. You know, the it's and then there's a lot of, then it's a big accent, and then it's usually a lot of pedaling there, and then of course the next chord's down, and then so okay, back to full speed. I shall set the metronome at 189. Here we go. So there's the riff in its full entirety. One thing I did forget to mention when talking about where the accent starts on the A chord, where it starts with the beginning, I forgot to mention there's after the well, I'll just show you anyway. It's easier to show you than explain it. So there's 2 accents before it changes down to these chords here, etc. It's quite a complicated riff to explain, but it's quite easy to play once you pick it up. And always start with a slow metronome beat and work your way up gradually, and then have fun with that one. I hope this lesson helps. Keep practicing and rip it up. And don't forget to subscribe.